This is the Can We Talk podcast. My name is Calvin. To the left of me, I have a different guest in a different light. We're fucking in New York.
By way of Texas.
So if you would introduce yourself.
I'm Kyra from Fort Worth, Texas, specifically.
But we're in New York. So, which once again, the weather's been crazy in Fort Worth.
Yeah.
Super crazy. And also in Dallas too, Austin too, but we'll talk about that later. Once again, this is the Can We Talk podcast. We're relocated to Texas. The place where we're living is super dope, in my opinion.
Yeah, it is. And we dodged the storm, so.
We dodged the fucking storm. Like, we got here at 1:05. The storm was here at 1:04. Oh, did we dodge that?
Okay, we dodged the storm in Texas. The whole time we were traveling, the storm was right behind us. I think it caught up with us in Nashville, something like that. It started small.
Nashville scared the fuck out of me.
But we got on the road. We were good.
I was terrified. I was like, was this off the freeway? And I was like, I think that we got redirected to like a safer route after that. I saw the accident. That's why I was scared.
I'm glad I wasn't looking. I did not notice
I was
that.
terrified. So we're here in New York. The trip was a long-ass trip, longest trip I've ever taken in my whole fucking life. But we did it.
We made it.
We made it.
Through the fire. What's the song?
We fucking made it. And I'm extremely impressed with the place we are. I don't know the fucking name of the place.
That's your Tower.
That's your child. Just to tell me exactly where we're going, because I was walking proudly the first time we left, and I was like, yeah, we're going to take this right. He was like, huh?
No, it's actually right over there.
This is a very special episode of the Can We Talk podcast because, of course, I don't have my co-host Raven Brown. But still, I still wanted to be in a situation where I can record at a high level. There's a studio here that's really, really dope. I seen that shit. Like, I think they close at 7 too. I think this whole place closes at 7 versus 8, although the signs say 8, so yeah, this is a fucking dentist office here.
The amenities are ideal. The first time I walked in here, I said, this is a mall. This is definitely a mall. That's the food court.
And speaking of the food too, like, the food choices are at a high level, super high level, which is crazy. I'm telling you, but you can't because you're gonna leave tomorrow morning.
Yeah, I'm on the countdown. Dang, I missed out.
From what I've seen, the 4 or 5 restaurants that have been here have been like, I've eaten there, but I've eaten at one, and the one I've eaten at is the same level of the other 5. Game time.
The bar is high.
It's game time.
Is that what you were most looking forward to?
Yeah, food. Like there's something that's big in New York called a garbage plate.
That's when they pile the food up. I'm not a fan of that.
That's why I don't really fuck with it because I never had it. But like, there's a thing called a garbage plate. You put your burger patty, macaroni salad, whatever the fuck they do. Yeah. But I've been so interested in looking forward to that, and also hot pot.
What's that?
Where you cook your own meat, but it's in like a broth. So like they have a boiling station on your table, and you dip your meat in, swish it around a little bit, pull it out, it's cooked.
Oh, that's interesting. All the things I'm finding out I'm about to miss because I'm flying out at 5:00 in the morning, but okay.
And then there's the ideal of the weather, right? Because I psyched myself out to the point that I had like a anxiety attack on the first day. The first day, I psyched myself out because I'm a statistic guy. Like, I like to know information. I like to build my movement around situations and ideas.
Google
I psyched my fucking self out.
I wasn't worried about the weather because we came last time and everybody told us it was a snowstorm. It was going to be horrible. We got here. They managed snow is the regular thing here, so it wasn't a big deal. It was the in-between states that I didn't know about because we were driving this time. And Texas just turned out to be the worst. After that, it was smooth driving.
God bless us, we made it.
We did with a storm on our tailpipe.
It was tough. Like that was like literally that shit psyched me out. Like my mental state like dipped in the first part of the trip because I'm a guy who like really wants to just make sure shit's what it is.
Oh, that makes sense because you said you weren't comfortable driving in the snow. Okay, yeah.
You know, I want to make sure it is what it is. So like if I have a homeboy that drove in snow and he had a bad accident, I'm never driving in snow ever. I'm never going anywhere where snow is. You know, that's just me. That's my personality. That's something I have to work on, of course. But being in New York, how does that look for you? Like, what does it look like? Because I know you're from southern states. You have this accent, and you're not using it right now. You're literally playing. You're trying to be really, really like.
I never realized when I have an accent. So, I think New York is such a culture shock, which is what I want. So coming here, it's so different than Texas. It's what I wanted to experience. Especially living in downtown Rochester, like you're getting the full New York experience, I feel like. And I've never seen a living community like this before. So, I mean, there's an art museum in here. Like, that's dope.
And we didn't even get to go to it because it's Thursday through Saturday or some shit like that,
Okay, more
right?
stuff that I couldn't do because I'm leaving tomorrow.
So we're here in New York. Let's talk about the trip. Like, how'd that trip feel for you? Like, I know you was in the back, like 99. I'm just kidding. You was in the back.
I put in my hours driving.
How'd that, like that idea, like watching us drive, like what did that do for you? Because for me, it fucking had me on edge. And I had 2 fucking energy drinks in that day. And I was just like, like I don't got it. My mind is all over the fucking place. Like anything can happen. Like it's just,
Yeah, it was the complete opposite for me. I'm not a person who gets worked up about anything. So it was just, and then pretty much I've noticed just across the United States, period, highway views, they all pretty much look the same. You got roads, you got trees. So like the only thing that I was a little worried about was driving through Pennsylvania because I heard that there were mountains there. And I've heard stories about people having to drive like straight up the mountain, you're looking over the side, it's a cliff. That was not the experience. And if it was, I don't know because it was nighttime when we got there. So it was okay.
Where did I drive? Where was I? Is Ohio?
Kentucky.
Okay.
I started driving again in Ohio. I think we were in Cleveland. You were driving like through Cincinnati and stuff like that.
Shout out to Cincinnati. I would like to be there.
Wasn't it dope?
It looked cool as fuck.
It did.
Yeah, I mean the trip was fun. Like the idea of the trip, like when me and Bree talked, you know, for a certain amount of time, like prior to the idea of it, as far as the trip goes, I was like, yeah, I'm down for it. Let's do it. And then when we were doing it, I was like, yo, I probably shouldn't have said that.
That's funny. We never talked about it. Like she told me it was happening. I was like, okay. And it just was what it was. My expectation, I was thinking like 99 bottles of beer on the wall, singing road trips, like I Spy. And it was just not that.
I thought it was going to be funner. Like I thought it was just going to be like a different vibe.
I mean, I think it's different when you can't look people in the face. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's facing the same direction and everybody's just trying to make sure that the driver, whoever's driving at that time, is just in the best place that they need to be. But once we got here, the vibe came.
Yeah, for sure. Like my energy was like down but up in the same way. I was like, oh, we here? Oh, it's time to just chill.
I'm gonna get him to talk. He's gonna talk to me.
It's time to chill.
I'm let you
It's
make
time
it
to chill. And then we also we went outside today.
Yeah, the snow, overrated.
We did like a
Would not
city block
recommend.
just turnaround because I think I hit the snow and my whole calf was in the snow.
And that was
and
enough.
I was like, all right, done.
Yeah, that was
It's
enough.
time to go. I don't know what's under this motherfucker. Is this even the sidewalk?
And you can't tell because you can't see the lanes in the street when it's really snowing heavily. So, yeah, that was overrated. I mean, we experienced it, and now we know that it is overrated, so we don't have to do that again.
again, ever. So this is just a snippet of the Can We Talk podcast. I had a really special guest here. We're in New York. We won't be in New York moving forward, or she won't be in New York. Her flight is tomorrow. I'm excited and grateful that you even wanted to. When I asked you, what did I ask you? I was like,
How do you feel about being on camera?
Yeah, because some people just don't feel comfortable being on camera, and that we originally wanted to be in a different space. Didn't happen, but we're in another space. So I'm excited for this episode to come out. This will only be a video episode. There won't be an audio available on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. This will only be video only. Thank you guys for watching. And if you have anything else to say, if you want to plug anything, if you want to say anything, she doesn't want to plug or say anything. This is the Can We Talk podcast. We're ending now. This is going to be a short episode once again. Not once again available on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Peace.